Today I gave myself a bad hair day on purpose in the name of science by adding more and more DevaCurl Styling Cream to my hair to figure out what amount looks best. Welcome back, my friends. Amanda here. I have a very exciting video for you today. We are doing another curly hair experiment. I do curly hair experiments every Saturday and some videos on Thursday, so if you want to see more of those, you're definitely going to want to subscribe if you haven't already. And so today's video, our experiment is trying my go-to, my love, DevaCurl Styling Cream on my hair in different amounts to see how much product is a good amount of product, how much is too much, how much is too little. I will be showing you today. We're going to do 0 pumps of product, 1 pump of product, 2 pumps of product, and 3 pumps to see what looks the best. Let me know in the comments, what are your predictions? What do you think is going to look best in my hair? 0 product, 1 pumps, 2 pumps, or 3 pumps. All right, with that, let's get into this video. I am starting on soaking wet hair. The left side of my hair will be the no product side. The right side will be 1 pump of product. For these experiments, I will be using the DevaCurl Styling Cream. 1 pump for one side of my head is more than twice as much product than I would usually use for my entire head. I usually go for a lighter amount of product to get more volume. So this is a lot of product for me, more than I'm used to. So the product side, as I'm putting it in, feels a lot more slippery than usual. I'm able to run my hands through my hair a lot easier, which is really nice for detangling. Since this is more product than I'm used to, I am able to get a lot more coverage from the top of my head to the bottom of my head. Usually I don't put that much product on the top of my head. And of course, I am going to leave the left side alone because we're not adding any product on that side. Yay, we're done. So now it's time to finger coil. We are back. This is what it looks like after I finger coil. At this point, since it is still so wet, I don't notice a huge difference in how it looks. The product side has slightly more shine than the no product, but it's not that noticeable. There isn't noticeably any more shrinkage on either side. It's pretty even in length. You can notice a slight difference close up, but so far it's nothing major. I did notice when finger coiling that it was a lot easier to finger coil on the product side than the no product side. There was a lot more slip and my finger kind of went through the hair strands a lot easier. On the no product side, it felt a little bit more squeaky, and because there was no slip, because there was no product. I usually wouldn't separate my bangs like this, so it looks a little funny. I kind of look like a greasy teenager from the late 80s, but I'm gonna rock this for you guys for this experiment for science. I'm excited to see how this looks when it dries. I'm gonna air dry because I don't have my hair dryer right now. My hair is completely dried. It took about 4 hours to air dry. There isn't very much frizz that I noticed straight away by looking at it at the front of my head. I'm surprised actually that there isn't more frizz on the no product side. The product side is a little flatter than no product. It's also a little bit stringier in some spots. There is a bit of lack of definition and curl separation happening on the product-free side. The back of my head, of course, looks really weird because it dried with a part down the middle. The back of my hair is where my hair gets the driest and the frizziest. So you'll see where there's no product that it's really fluffy and frizzy, and the product side definitely looks a lot better. There's more curl definition, less frizz. So for me, the product side wins this round for the back of my head. I do love the feel of no product. It's really fluffy and light, not crunchy at all. The 1 pump product side has a little bit of a crunch at first, but after I shook my hair around, that completely got rid of any kind of product cast that was on my hair. There isn't a huge difference in how my bangs look, but you can really notice the difference in volume, in particular at the top of my head. The product-free side has more volume at the roots than the product side. And this is why I typically avoid putting a lot of product at the top of my head near my roots, because this weighs down my hair, and my hair is very fine, so I'm always trying to get as much volume as possible. So you'll notice in my curly hair routines that I kind of avoid putting product at the top of my head, and it's kind of cool to see in this experiment that my theory about this actually holds true. I definitely want to use some kind of clarifying shampoo at some point, because I did notice going through this video that I have a lot of buildup near the roots of my scalp. I would love to try the DevaCurl Buildup Buster, which one of you guys actually recommended to me. So I'm definitely wanting to get my hands on some of that at some point. So far, I feel somewhere in the middle of one pump and no product. One pump on one half of my head is a little bit heavy for my liking, but there were definitely attributes that I loved about having product versus no product. And I'm really excited to see how the rest of the experiments play out. What do you guys think at this stage? Which side do you prefer, no product or one pump of product? This is day 2 hair with no product and one pump of product. The no product side did lose some tightness overnight. The curls are a little bit looser. There isn't very much more frizz than day 1, which is kind of surprising. The volume is even better today with the no product side. I love the volume so much, so I'm really happy about that. My bangs still look super weird, parted down the middle like this, but I've made peace with that. The product side has lost a little bit of definition overnight as well, but not that much. The curls are tighter than on the no product side, and there's a little less frizz. The back of my head has gotten even fluffier overnight on the no product side. The product really helped to reduce the frizziness and dryness, which I love, but there is a lot less volume than on the no product side. I'm still not sure which side I like better at this stage. What do you guys think about day 2 hair? What do you prefer? This is stage 2 of the experiment. We are testing 2 pumps of DevaCurl Styling Cream versus 3 pumps of DevaCurl Styling Cream. We are starting again on soaking wet hair. I washed my hair again to rinse away the experiment of yesterday so that we can keep things as fair as possible. 2 pumps of product is more product than I would use in 3 curly hair routines. So this is a lot of product for me. That being said, the product is actually melting into my hair surprisingly fast, and there isn't very much white residue, which I was expecting. Since I have so much more product to work with than I usually would, I'm able to coat my hair pretty thoroughly. It's really hard to squeeze out 3 pumps when your hands are this slippery, but we did it. It feels really strange putting this much product in my hair. It's definitely taking more effort to massage it in, but it's definitely melting in. That being said, detangling is a dream with this much product. It feels so buttery and silky smooth. I already noticed that on the 3 pump side, there's significantly more flatness than on the other side, and the hair is kind of clumping together, which is a little interesting. And it has a lot more stretching. The curls aren't quite as defined as on the 2 pump side. But we'll see if this holds true after we finger coil. So let's go do that. Finger coiling is complete. My finger coils look really different than they usually would. They look a lot stringier and a little bit greasier too. It feels at this point really crunchy, which I don't like. I'm kind of hoping that that will go away as it dries and when I get to fluff my hair around at the end. Even though there's so much product on the 2 pump side, there is some frizz poking through, which is kind of weird. I didn't really expect that for this amount of product. On the 3 pump side, there's almost no frizz because it is coated so well. So that's really cool. The roots of both sides look super flat on top, a lot flatter than normal because my hair is so saturated from root to tip in DevaCurl right now. The back looks pretty similar at this point, but it's still too early to tell because my hair is still so wet. So let's let it air dry for 4 hours and we'll come back to see what it looks like. I'm really excited to see how it looks when it's dried. We are dried. It took a little longer than usual to dry, which is interesting, maybe about a half an hour longer than usual. Already I notice more fluffiness and frizz on the 2 pump side. The 3 pump side actually looks really good. The back of the 3 pump side looks significantly more hydrated than the 2 pump on the back of my head. The curls are also more defined and there is significantly more shine. It's so shiny. Normally, I don't like this much product in my hair, but I'm actually really impressed. It has hold, but it doesn't look super heavy as I thought it might. Close up, you can really see the separation on the 2-pump side, and some of those frizzy patches that I noticed earlier look a lot more prominent now that it's dried. The 3-pump side looks so shiny and defined. My hair has never had this much shine. It does feel a little weird to have such a heavy cast on my hair though. I'm not sure if I could get used to that. When you touch it, you do feel crunchiness, which I don't like. At this point, I think I'm leaning towards the 3-pump side, but we will see what results day 2 brings. Day 2 is here, and I already noticed a big difference in volume just at the front of my hair on the 2-pump side. Has a lot more volume, but it does have some frizz. That being said, the 3-pump side wins in terms of definition, shine, and overall appearance compared to the 2 pumps. The back of my head is actually really similar to day 1, which surprised me a lot because I was expecting some more frizz and fluffiness because I did sleep on it. I'm still shocked by how much frizz there is on the 2-pump side. For me, 2 pumps is so much more product than I would usually use on half my head, so I was expecting almost no frizz, but there is some frizzy pieces poking through. The roots of my hair are really flat on both sides, which I am not a fan of because I do want to have as much volume as possible. In terms of flatness on the top of my head, I think that I will continue to be really light-handed with applying product at the top of my head because the more product that I apply at the top, the flatter and more weighed down my hair is. So I will probably continue to be really light and not put very much product on my roots and anywhere near my scalp to get a lighter, fluffier, more voluminous look. I've also learned a lot from using a lot of DevaCurl Styling Cream. And that is, if I'm going to apply a lot of product, I can't really go halfway with it. I have to use more than I think. Because frizz stands out so much more on hair that has a lot of product in it than hair that doesn't have that much product. So I either have to use very little product for a lot of volume and some frizz, or a lot of product for almost no frizz, but with less volume. What would you prefer? No frizz, but some flatness, or frizz and a lot of volume? I personally love big hair, so I think I'll put up with the frizz. That being said, using a second lighter product to control the frizz and using the DevaCurl Styling Cream could allow me to achieve both volume and no frizz. That is my goal, and I will get there someday. I decided to end the experiment here. I could have kept adding more and more styling cream, but I decided to stop because I didn't think that there was any point in going further because the side with 3 pumps is equivalent to 6 pumps on my whole head, and it's way more than I would ever use. I wanted the video to be realistic, to be something I could actually do regularly. Sorry to those of you who were hoping I'd empty the whole bottle on my head. I love my styling cream too much for that. Trying to make it last. I need this bottle for more experiments. If you want to see more curly hair experiments like this, you're definitely going to want to subscribe. I do videos every Saturday and some Thursdays, so definitely subscribe to join the family. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.